Hi, I'm Carmen and this is the Miscellaneous Vegan, where I share a lot of R&R recipes and reviews, and today we're going to be making this jerk tofu, so stay tuned. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and subscribe for recipes and reviews in New York City and around the world, for Coaching Mondays and the occasional Saturday vlogs. So you're going to bring your water to boil, but before that you're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, okay, into the water. So if you haven't seen my other videos, I explain why. It's a science behind it, that when you put salt in the water, the salt removes the extra liquid that's in your tofu. So I like to cut my tofu in cubes. So of course we're going to open up our tofu and then we're gonna go rinse it. That's all you have to do, is rinse it in plain water. So all I'm doing is taking it out and rinsing the container as well, because I'm gonna use it too. So that's all I do is rinse it. So now we're gonna cut it inside of here. So the best way for you to cut it is to first cut it here in the middle of the tofu. You want to use a sharp knife, and then you can just put it back in there, and then you just cut it in cubes. I'm gonna first begin like that, and like that, and like this. This, and then you will have your cubes. And we are ready to add this to the water. See? So I needed to cut. Make sure you use a sharp knife so that won't happen to you, okay? But they're gonna come out like cubes. So it's ready to go into the boiling water. So the water is ready, and I'm just going to add the tofu carefully in. As you can see, I built a technique, because before, when I first started making this tofu, what a mess. So this entire tofu is in, the entire block is in. So now we're gonna set the timer for 2 minutes. Okay, so that's the timer. 2 minutes has passed, and we have boiled it for 2. So now we're going to drain it. Okay, you can stir it up a little. Make sure there isn't any salt left at the very bottom, but there shouldn't be. But now we're ready to drain the tofu and pat it dry. So now we're at the sink. We're ready to drain the tofu. There it is. Now we're going to transport it somewhere where we can pat it dry. So I have this bowl prepared with paper towels, and what you want to do is you want to just pat it dry as much as you can. You can use a kitchen towel. I prefer to use paper towel. So you just pat it as much as you can. For me, this is good. All right. So it's nice and dry, and now we're gonna add our seasoning. So what you're hearing is my toaster oven, my air fryer, my Wonder oven on. So you want to prep your oven if you're gonna air fryer. If you're not gonna air fry it, then you should already have your pan ready with oil. So I'm air frying mine. So we're going to add some oils to this. You can use extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil, okay? tablespoon of it, and then your jerk seasoning. This is the jerk seasoning I have. You can use 1 tablespoon. The recipe says 2. I'm gonna use 2, but remember, this is for your preference, so make sure you use what you desire. And that's the only seasoning we need. So now you're just gonna mix your tofu. Make sure every piece is incorporated with the jerk seasoning and the oils. If you want to add turmeric for a little bit of more color, you may add some turmeric, but I am not. You know what, I am. I'm going to add some turmeric, but that's optional, okay? Turmeric is optional. You can add a little bit of turmeric, or you can add a little bit of browning. I think I want to add a little bit of browning instead. So I'm just adding a little bit of turmeric. Remember, this is optional, guys. I'm adding turmeric for the, you know, the benefits of the turmeric, and a little bit of browning. Ooh, that's a little bit too much, but it's okay. Yeah, it's becoming the color I like. Giving that a nice little color. See, now this is the color that I prefer. There it is. It's ready. So now we're going to put it on our air fryer pan. If you're going to fry it, then you would fry it. And it's ready to go in. So let's do that now. So now the tofu is ready to go into the air fryer. So you're going to put it in the air fryer for 350 degrees for 20 minutes. So 10 minutes on one side, and then you flip it 10 minutes on the other. So I just put a timer so I can come back and flip it, and then we'll see how it comes out. So while you're waiting for the 10 minutes to pass, that gives you enough time to wash your dishes. Wash your dishes, dry them, put them up. And the kitchen is clean and spotless while we wait for the tofu to finish cooking in the air fryer. Now we have 4 minutes to spare. So the 10 minutes are up. So we're going to take it out and flip them. So you just flip them over like this. And you don't need to flip. You don't have to cook them on each side like when you're frying them. You just want them to be cooked evenly. So just one flip is fine. Back in the oven they go for another 10 minutes. So here is the tofu ready to serve. As you see, I have 2 servings here. This is for now my dinner, and that is for tomorrow's lunch. Now I'm just going to divide it evenly here. Now you can serve this with a side salad or some sweet plantains, as I am doing here for myself. These are optional, okay? So remember, if you're on a specific diet, you have to weigh in the calories and the fat in that dish. Well, there you have it, guys. Jerk tofu. And I served it with rice and peas, moro, and plátanos, sweet plantains, maduros. And I have my lunch here ready for tomorrow. So it's 2 servings, okay? And always remember, sweeties, be real, not perfect. Bye.